going to be reacting to 20 of the most ridiculous moments in NFL history. Big shout out to Rebound Football, which made this video. Check them out and subscribe.
Ridiculous moments in NFL history.
Oh, we got a fight. He's going beast mode on the kids. He starts to come and then he pulls out.
And first, an NFL player celebrated a touchdown by pegging a dude in the face.
Dang. Oh.
Coming down his face.
I don't know what that man's doing. And I can't explain number 19 either, because K'Wan Williams caught a ridiculous interception with his cheeks.
Wait a minute. What? That actually happened? Brother, that actually happened? Dude. It's crazy.
Grabs him, hooked him. Still a great catch, though. It's fantastic. Never hit the ground.
Ugh. I know that football stinks.
Yeah.
But look, some fans are nasty too. Because of number 18, this fan got his hand on Tom Brady's used water bottle and did this.
Oh my. I didn't say.
Good Lord, that is straight up nasty. Just like number 17, because during a Steelers game, Ben Roethlisberger got his back blown out by his own teammate.
Ouch.
These guys are freaky.
But an NFL kicker got screwed even harder in number 16, because back in 2005, football almost got swept up by a hurricane.
And the kick is up, it's on the way, and it's...
What?
Man.
Watch that ball fly. What? How did that go that far?
He had no shot.
Sorry, guys. I'm not going to pause that
much.
too,
because Justin Jefferson made one of the most ridiculous catches in NFL
let's go, JJ.
history.
Kirk Cousins back to throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson.
Oh, that... Wow. I think I watched that.
The catch of his life.
Jesus, that man's an animal. But so is OBJ. Because in number 14, he made a ridiculous play for a touchdown. And instead of celebrating like a normal person, OBJ marked his territory with the most ridiculous celebration in NFL history.
The Giants have their second touchdown of the season.
I guess he's got that dog in him. Well, the NFL player number 13 is
an
untrained dog. Because after making a tackle, Mike Daniels completely embarrassed himself on national TV.
Mike Daniels is excited. But maybe he's a little too excited. Look at his pants. Mike Daniels, do you have to go potty?
Yo, how the hell did that happen? But I got even more questions for number 12. Because in the middle of an NFL game, the field became flooded in the most ridiculous way possible.
To Michael Robinson, Seattle on top. This happened. Slide. Hey, isn't that warm?
That's part of the new ownership. That's what they do now.
Man, those dudes got soaked. But at number 11, this ref got pounded.
Oh, they should have. What? Why did they not shut the water off?
He's got it. And Rob Winter just got buried.
Ouch. Bro, I feel bad for that dude,
actually. Man got sent to another dimension.
Ouch.
But anyways, we're in the top 10 now, which means we're taking ridiculous to the next level. And we got to talk about the time an NFL game was interrupted by aliens. See, in 1979, the Cowboys and Steelers were playing a game in Pittsburgh, and it just seemed like any average game. But there was something mysterious going on above the stadium, because when everyone looked up, they saw this.
There it is.
What? You sure that's not playing?
I'm afraid so. This is sort of the Twilight Zone football game.
Now remember, there were no drones or anything like that back then, so people were going crazy, wondering what those flying objects actually were. But after multiple investigations, there was still no explanation. Hell, there was even a news report in 2011 by Channel 4 Action News that still wasn't able to find any solid answer. So, to this day, people still believe it was actually aliens. Man, I've never seen anything like that. Now, for number 9, what if I told you this is the only coach in the NFL that needs a bodyguard? Well, let me explain. See, Rams head coach Sean McVay was having problems with bumping into refs. I mean, he'd be so into the game, he wouldn't realize that he was halfway down the field, and it started to become a problem, because every time he got caught or bumped into a ref, his team got a penalty. Now, the Rams organization decided that they just couldn't have this anymore and decided to take matters into their own hands. So they put their heads together and came up with the most ridiculous solution: hiring a dude whose only job is to move Sean out of the way.
There is an art to it. It is kind of like a dance. Maybe tango, like a sidestep into the path of the official and then remove back.
Now here he is here. He's just kind of riding him a little bit.
Now look, we got to talk about OBJ again. Because number
I would
8
want to have
got
that
his
job,
ass
kind of.
beat in front of the entire world. See, Odell's been known for throwing tantrums his entire career. From getting into fights, headbutting things on the sideline, hell, even just kicking a ball into the stands over a drop pass. But in 2016, someone finally put Odell in his place. Because after not receiving a wide open pass, he blew a fuse and decided to attack the kicker's neck. But, it fought back.
Odell Beckham showing his frustration over on the bench.
Hey man, that's karma. But 3 weeks later, after making a game-winning touchdown against the Ravens, he made good with the net by giving it a little smooch.
And back to the net, which is the Holy Grail.
I gotta be honest, man. That's a pretty toxic relationship. But number 6 is straight up abuse. Because one time, a bunch of mascots.
I saw that.
See, during a Vikings halftime show, the team decided to put on a little fun event. Pee-wee football kids, first grown-ass mascots. And during the game, people thought the mascots were going to take it easy on them. Well, what was supposed to be an event to make the kids feel good turned into a bloodbath.
Dang. Yeah, these ads, Dang! Got trucked. Oh! Those are grown men, right? Oh my gosh.
And guess what? They've been doing this for years. Just beating kids up over and over. These dudes are a bunch of animals. But there are some much crazier moments in the NFL, like the time a player pooped himself on the field, or when a Chiefs fan got on the FBI's most wanted list. But something else that's crazy is this thing called Factor 75, aka the best meal delivery service on the planet. Look, dog, if you're like me, you're probably ordering some expensive, unhealthy takeout all the time. I mean, cooking.
Fine,
shopping,
I'll let you do
way too
your
much
free
time.
stuff.
Now, let's imagine a world where fresh, chef-prepared meals are delivered right to your door. It only takes
I'm sorry, I got respect, but
that's why I've been using
no free ads.
That is low. And use code FUNOFF only talk about the Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
Got on the FBI's most
Sorry,
wanted list. This is Chiefs.
No free ads.
Kansas City's biggest fan. And for years, he's shown his support for his team by going crazy at
if they
want
to
to
reach
other
out,
fans up before games.
then yeah.
This is it, baby. AFC Championship game. This entire season has been devoted to one purpose, and it's to run it back.
Chiefsaholic would travel from state to state for every road game. And by 2022, he'd become a local legend. But then, people noticed something strange. On December 18th, the Chiefs were in Houston to face the Texans. And as fans started filing into the stadium, there was one important piece missing for Kansas City. Chiefsaholic was nowhere to be found. Immediately, fans rushed to Twitter, hoping to find some answers. And that's when they found out something horrifying.
Chiefsaholic, also known as Xavier Michael Babudar, is a career criminal who was disguising himself as a f***ing wolf who loved the Kansas City Chiefs, was actually caught red-handed with a gun robbing a bank in Texas on Friday.
Yeah, this dude was arrested for allegedly robbing banks in his costume. And he wasn't doing it to pay the bills. No, it was so he could afford to go to all these Chiefs games. And now in 2023, he was put on probation and was released from jail. But once the man got out, he cut off his ankle monitor and robbed 6 more banks. So the FBI got involved and finally caught him 4 months later.
Kansas City Crime Stoppers can now cross Chiefsaholic off the most wanted list.
Chiefs superfan, fugitive, and suspected bank robber Xavier Babudar had his first appearance in a federal courtroom this afternoon in Northern California. Since his arrest Friday, the man known to fans as Chiefsaholic is now charged with bank robbery and money laundering. Babudar spent the last 4 months on the lam after removing his ankle monitor and skipping a March court date to be arraigned on bank robbery charges in Oklahoma.
This man went from tailgating to facing at least 10 years in prison. But Mike Tomlin should be locked up too, because at number 5, He did something so ridiculous, it could have ended a player's career. See, during a close game against the Steelers in 2013, Ravens' Jacoby Jones caught the ball and made an incredible run. I mean, there was nobody in front of him. It looked like a guaranteed touchdown, or so he thought, because just before he could reach the end zone, NFL coach Mike Tomlin pulled a dirty play from the sidelines by standing out on the field to block it.
Taken down at the 27-yard line.
And Tomlin is essentially on the field here, and you just wonder, he's trying to get out of the way there.
Yeah, now that's a cheap shot. He could have tore Jacoby's ACL or MCL with a stunt like that. And that's it. No more NFL career. And while the Steelers ended up losing the game, the NFL didn't let Tomlin off the hook. Because after reviewing the play, they decided he needed to pay the price and fine his ass $100,000. After the incident, though, Mike didn't say shit. I mean, it took him 9 years before he even acknowledged it. When on the Pivot podcast, he said this.
When you try to trip that man on the sideline, I ain't know if everybody found that ass you, bro. Your ass was right there, coach.
Hey, I'll tell you this. People that know me and know the level of respect that I have for the game and men that play it, then I don't feel the need to explain it to them. And those that don't know me, I just assume they think the worst of me. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But look, number 4 is way worse, because we got to talk about the nastiest event in football history, Poopgate. See, during the 2020 season, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens were taking on the Browns. But during the game, something was off for Lamar, because there was clearly something bothering him. So at the start of the fourth quarter, he ran off the field, claiming he had cramps. But that's just what he wanted everyone to think, because 10 minutes later, Lamar came back out ready to play, like nothing happened. So Twitter, celebrities, and the entire internet started thinking Lamar was lying, and that he actually took the Browns to the Super Bowl by pooping his pants.
Steve, I'm now being told that Lamar Jackson is back in the Ravens locker room being treated for cramps.
Well, when Lamar was asked about the incident, he tried to cover his ass.
Just to clarify, you didn't have to use the bathroom or anything in the back, right?
Oh, it's true. I ain't putting Paul Pierce.
This man beat the allegations, the Browns, and the toilet. Now that's legendary. And speaking of legendary, we've hit the top 3, which means we're going redonkulous. Starting with the time a fan stole millions from the New York Giants. Back in 2008, the Giants and the Patriots were facing off in the Super Bowl. And going into the match, the Patriots hadn't lost a game the entire season. But when the final whistle blew, the Giants had beaten the Patriots, leaving fans crushed. But one fan took the loss too far, because he found out the jeweler making the Giants Super Bowl rings happened to be near his hometown. So he devised a plan to break in and steal it. And after weeks of planning and pulling together a team of 2 other guys, he not only broke in and stole the rings, he stole everything else inside, totaling over $2 million. And he would have got away with it, but he told one of his ex-girlfriends the entire story. And after they broke up, she ratted his ass out. So in the end, Sean was sentenced to 20 years in prison, and the Super Bowl rings were all returned. Damn, I don't know if this dude's crazy or a savage, but Plaxico Burress was just dumb. Because in number 2, you ruined his career in the most ridiculous way. See, Plaxico Burress had everything you wanted. A spot on the New York Giants, millions of dollars, and even a Super Bowl ring. This man was on top of the football world. But he had one more thing that cost him everything. See, in November of 2008, Plaxico was in a New York nightclub, just looking to have a good time. But he kept that thing on, and while he was walking up the stairs, the unthinkable happened. His gun fell out of his pants and accidentally shot himself in the leg. Even though he got rushed to the hospital and ended up being okay, things got way worse. Because not only did he get a 4-game suspension from the NFL, but it shot his hopes down of an NFL future.
Now, a big city anti-gun mayor is involved, one who only last year posted thousands of signs warning people against using illegal guns.
I think it'd be an outrage if we didn't prosecute to the fullest extent of the law.
Under New York state law, if convicted, Burress would face a mandatory 3.5 years in prison.
After Plaxico was found guilty, that 4-game suspension turned into a criminal record, 2 missed seasons, and millions of dollars lost. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Plaxico regrets that one shot every single day.
I see guys like Randy Moss and Terrell Owens and all those guys that I played with, and I was like, I basically shot down a Hall of Fame career.
Man, next time just leave the safety on. Well, listen, we're moving on to number 1. our top moment, the most ridiculous halftime show in NFL history. It was Super Bowl 38. Over 144 million people watching live. Everyone from children to adults to grandparents were all huddled around their TV, and they were excited to see two of the biggest stars in the world, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. So when they took the stage at halftime, everyone went crazy. The two put on the performance of a lifetime, but during the final minutes of their epic performance, something nobody saw coming happened. Because on the final note of the performance, Justin was supposed to rip part of Janet's costume to reveal another layer of her outfit, but instead, she had a wardrobe malfunction, exposing herself to the entire world. And just a few days later, Janet opened up about the situation, explaining exactly what happened.
Was it planned? Yes. No. Well, what people don't understand is he was to take and rip the piece off that he did.
The leather piece.
Right, but more came off than what was supposed to.
And this proved to be a costly mistake for everyone involved, because not only did it hurt Janet's career, but the NFL was asked to refund the halftime show sponsor for $10 million. God damn! Now that is one expensive nipple. But believe it or not, there's an NFL player that lost more money than that for breaking the rules. Because Calvin Ridley lost over $11 million after being suspended for gambling on NFL games. Turns out, he had no clue that rule existed. And he's not alone. There are a ton of NFL rules that nobody knows about, like how players aren't allowed to use inhalers, or that a team started fining players every time they farted. There's some wild stuff going on in that rule book. So if you want to hear more, then you need to click on this video right here. These are NFL rules you didn't know exist. And this video's over, so might as well click it, right?
Come eat, kiddo.
Everybody, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, good video. And subscribe, Rebound Football. Everybody, just do it.